Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday, the 28th of July, 2020. I should change that to this good morning. It's still 10:42 a.m. This is my weekly video, my weekly analysis where I look at the daily charts on the high probability method and we look at each individual pair. So it's a bit of a longer video, around the 30-minute mark. So let's go to the Word document, this is the basic setup. If you are curious about all the different lines, colours of the lines, etc., what they all mean on the charts, this is what shows you. You can take a screenshot of this or just pause it and have a read of it and see what the go is. Also, it just gives you a bit of a brief thing on what the indicators are, etc. If you go to my YouTube channel, so just the Jim Brown or JAGfx YouTube channel, you'll see all the videos here. Go up to the search thing. If you type in high probability, if I can spell it right, probability, put examples or something in there like that. Now hopefully a couple of videos should come up, or maybe not. Yeah, as Murphy's Law would have it, as soon as I try to do a search, I lost the internet. But if you put something like high probability example, well, that's what I tried to write, it'll bring up these two videos. So obviously the latest one, April 19th, 2020, have a look at that. That'll tell you exactly what the system's all about. And we'll go through it in a way so you can see it when we go through the charts. Now, like all my videos, if I speak too quick, or you don't understand the language, the Australian accent, or English is not your first language, just pause the video anytime you wish and go back, etc. And it's pretty easy to follow from there. So let's get on the charts and have a look. So this is trading view. This is my high probability setup. This is my watch list of all the pairs I'm trading. If it's no highlight next to the tag, no trade. If it's blue, current trades. Orange, something I did this morning. Purple, just something, or pink, just something I'm keeping an eye on for whatever reason. All my trades are recorded on a shared spreadsheet, and everyone's more than welcome to access that spreadsheet. There's a link to it in the video description. It's a Google Drive spreadsheet. I've been trading the daily charts for a while. I call the trades live in both the Facebook group and the Telegram group, and also manage those trades in those groups. So fairly transparent, and the spreadsheet will corroborate all of that. So we'll just have a look at the charts, give you a quick rundown. It's just a daily candlestick chart, 3 EMAs, 50 EMA, 100 EMA, 240 LMA. The red and green dots on price is the QMP filter. All that is a combination of this indicator, the MACD Platinum, which is just a zero lag MACD, and another indicator called the QQE Advanced, which I don't need to display on the chart, but hopefully it'll come up here for you. So when there's a cross on the QQE Advanced and it's in sync with a cross, which is a dot on the MACD Platinum, see the dot here happened back here, even though MACD Platinum's going down, the QQE, it still hadn't crossed. So once that cross was confirmed, the MACD Platinum was already in sell mode. It added a red dot to the price chart. So it's just, sometimes they're on the same candle, probably like this one's on the same candle. This one here is on the same candle, both the cross on both indicators. So I don't need to display that, but it's just, so the QMP filter, it's just an aid to help me identify that cross without having the QQE on the chart. You see red trend lines looking at bearish divergence. Now, this has happened. It's been confirmed. I didn't take the trade. A grey vertical line like this is just a warning signal. In this case, it was a trade signal. It was a high risk signal. We're going into the trend's going up, as you can see by the MAs. That's what the MAs are for. There is regular bearish divergence. The MACD Platinum is very close to the zero level. I probably could have taken this trade. I'll probably just watch it. If it doesn't break this high here and it maintains this sell signal, I might look at trying getting a better entry. At the moment, it's a high risk trade. I'm just trying to stay away from them at the moment. So that's and generally with the MACD Platinum, I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. So let's go to a couple of pairs and we'll go through them all actually. So you'll see multiple trades. Now, red lines are sell trades, blue lines are buy trades. Now, previously on the daily charts, I've been doing some multiple trades on sequences. I'm moving away from that, going more to the traditional set a trade with a stop in place. I won't do it every time. I still want to do some hedging because that's what this is all, hedging. I still want to do some hedging on the daily charts because I do enjoy it. There's some setups that just are too good to not hedge. So basically you can read my notes. I keep pretty good notes of all my trades. As I said, you can pause the video, read them. This is a pair that gives me a bit of grief because I'm down actually about $100 on it. So at the moment, just one sequence of trades. So S1 stands for sequence 1, and where it is, that S1 on what candle it's on, that's where it starts. So you can see the bearish divergence. Green is bullish divergence. Yellow lines are normally a break-even level. So you can see break B/E is break even. And it gives you, so I need price to come down to this yellow line so I can clear these trades. There was a buy trade I took in here using the more traditional method. I had a stop in place. The stop would have been down here somewhere. Price went up, but it hadn't gone up far enough. And we got the sell signal, so I closed that buy for a loss of $2. So it's not a big loss. So even though I had a stop in place, I didn't let it get to the stop because there was a sell signal here. So now I'm possibly waiting on another buy where I can try and recover that $2. So that's the Aussie Swiss in a few trades, as you can read, trying to get down, clear the sequence, and get back more into traditional type of trading. Aussie Yen. Now this grey line here was a first buy I took. So I lost $2 in that first buy, which was on this one. You can see it's below, the MACD Platinum's below the zero level. I've got this sell signal here. I didn't take the sell. I just closed out the buy for that small loss. And I've taken a second buy, and I've already it's got to this resistance level up here, and the MACD Platinum is close to the zero level. So I've closed half of that out. I probably would have recovered that $2. And now I've got a stop in place here. And just the other day, I've taken a sell trade in here also. So I've got S1, S2, the two completely independent trades. Stops are marked by these red dotted lines. So here's my stop for the sell. And I like this big resistance level, even though it's a high risk trade. And you can see I've written that in the notes here. High risk trade because of trading against the trend, but big double top up here or big resistance level, depends which way you want to look at it. You can see the MACD Platinum, you can even call it out as a divergence. MACD Platinum's a long way up here on this high, and the same high, they're just about probably spot on. Same high here, MACD Platinum didn't go anywhere near as high as that. So divergence, double top. So we're looking all right. Our overall break even for both trades, because I'm actually overall negative minus 0.01, is just below the entry there. So it's a little bit hard to see the yellow line. But we're doing all right in this pair. So that's the Aussie Yen. Aussie New Zealand, a lot of trades happening here. Can't seem to shape these sequences. Sequence 1, sequence 2. So we've got break-even levels for each. We've got a break-even level for the sequence 1, break-even level for sequence 2, which is this yellow line, not far to go there, and an overall break-even for all trades. That's why there's 3 yellow lines. Again, you can read my notes. Got a lot happening here. And there's a grey line in there now. Should be over here one. There we go. Because we've got a red dot on the MACD Platinum above the zero level, so generally looking for sells. Busy chart. If your chart gets cluttered like this and it's hard to do any analysis, just go to another platform and put on a clean Aussie New Zealand daily chart without all the lines, and you can just do your analysis on that. It does get difficult sometimes, but I've been looking at these charts for so long, I know exactly what I'm looking for, but I can understand some people look at this and go, that's a busy chart, and it is. All right, Aussie USD. I think I've got a few trades on this too, or have I? Yeah, got an old sequence 1 back here. And sequence 2 is a standalone buy. And it's already closed half. Possibility of regular bearish divergence forming. You see higher highs on price, hasn't been confirmed yet. And the MACD Platinum is making lower highs, hasn't been confirmed. This green dash line is a big number. Sometimes they're important. In this case, it's the 0.7000 level. So sequence 1 is hedged. Sequence 2 is a standalone buy trade. Stop and play, it's just below the entry. Can't lose on that one, so that's all right. CAD Swiss, another, all right, I'll just go a little bit smaller. 1, 2. Now this, I've got these 5 buy trades from all the way over here. Now these are back in September, 1st of October last year. Long time. I don't know why I let them. I dropped the ball, and I've stuck with these 5 buy trades. So then I was talking it up, saying, no worries, I'll trade my way out of this. It's a slow moving pair. Then we had coronavirus, so all the markets moved greatly. In the meantime, I'm working sequence 2 over this side of the chart and trying to add to my overall profit slowly but surely, and hopefully work my way out of these trades up over here. Now, the good thing is with overnight swap or overnight interest rate on the buy side on this pair, it's positive, and it's not a bad positive. So I'm not losing any money on those trades, even though there's 5 buys, and that's them here in this little area here. Even got a break-even level up here for them, which is this bottom line. In the meantime, I'm trying to work this sequence 2 and adding to the profit. So hopefully I've taken, and also on my notes here, first buy on the 16th of July, which would have been this blue line, which is in the sequence 2 also. I took a buy in here, and there was a new sell signal there, so I closed it out before it hit the stop, took a loss of $28 on that buy. So in the meantime, we're possibly setting up for regular bullish divergence again. The trend's down, trying to clear this sequence also, look for other trades. Again, another busy pair. CAD Yen, why have I got that marked? Yep. Now I took a buy in here, and you can see, I'm probably get rid of that one. It's sort of held. I'll leave it on there for now. I'm talking to myself now. Got this big, was resistance, broke through it, come down, is now sort of support, bouncing off it. So it's gone from resistance to support. It was a gap, weekend gap actually, it caused all that. In the meantime, this buy trade was taken in here. I lost $26 on that. It was based on, so that's based on hidden bullish divergence. So, and the MACD Platinum still below the 0 level, so I'm going to play this out. I took the loss when I got the sell. I didn't let it get to the stop. Now, I've taken a second buy in here, and it hasn't gone up, broke this sort of resistance level. It's gone up a little bit, come down, hit this line, and that candle, second last candle in there on the red dot. I was thinking about closing because it is a sell signal, but it's not a valid sell signal because of the MACD Platinum. But I thought, no, it's bounced off this sort of support again. Still, I'll give it a fair, there's still a bit of a room to the stop. And because of that candle, the long tail on it, I'm thinking that may hold. So I'm just going to give it a couple of days and watch it and hope it may bounce back up again. Because I like this, I love my hidden divergences. So that's the reason why I'm still in this buy trade. I haven't closed it, and I have got a stop in place. So it's not, I am protected. So I just want to try and see if I can work something out here. That's why it's highlighted. I'm just keeping an eye on it. That's why it's highlighted in pink. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. You saw that dot come up on the QMP filter, which basically tells me there's going to be possibly a sell signal tomorrow. Now, whether I take it, there is regular bearish divergence, as you can clearly see. But price is at this, not only we're going into the trend, which is a high risk, but generally too, the the price goes back to the MAs, or the MAs goes to price. So price did get a long way away from the MAs. Now it's coming down, but we're sitting on this level here, high risk. So if I do decide to take this trade tomorrow, the sell trade, if you're going to take it yourself, then consider a possible lower. If you normally risk 2% on a trade, something like this, you'd probably just risk 1% or 0.5% or something like that. It is a high risk trade because of those couple of reasons, but it's still a valid sell setup. Now, I was in another buy here, and that's why it's highlighted in yellow. This morning, I closed the second half of the buy. So I think the buy was taken in here somewhere. Or was it in there? Can't remember. Anyway, it went up. I closed half already, and I've closed the second half. Overall profit, not a huge one, but that's why it's highlighted. So I'll get rid of that now because it's no trade on. All right, Euro Aussie. Yeah, got a few trades going on in here. It just takes a while for my MACD platinum to come up. Yes. Sequence 1 is a standalone sell trade, stop and place here. So locking in all that profit there, which is good. And sequence 2 is this bit of a dog's breakfast from in here. A lot of trades happening. This thing, look at that MACD platinum just going sideways, as is price. It's a range-bound market. It's been pretty good to me this pair. I think with my profit to date, not too bad. You got to remember my profit to date on 27 of these 28 pairs is based on 0.02 base lot. So it's only 20 cents a pip. So when you're talking about a few hundred, that's not too bad. So my overall break even and break even for sequence 2 are both up here. It wouldn't take much for this pair to move that much. Just needs a bit of news to get it going. In the meantime, the MACD platinum's just going sideways. All right, Euro Cad, another one's going a little bit sideways, but starting to break out now. Just in the one sequence, and I'm hedged at the moment. So break even, B/E is break even, NA is not applicable as hedged. So I'm locking in a loss. Yeah, I thought this was going to go back the other way, but it's continued on up. And I'm just adding to the profit at the moment, trying to look for some reason to get in. I'm looking for sells now. The MACD platinum's above the 0 level, but again, it's very flat, very boring. Righto, this one. I took a sell yesterday on this, or day before, Friday. What day is it? Tuesday, yeah. It's Tuesday, it's Monday. So yeah, I took it yesterday. I took it on the open of this candle yesterday, a sell, and it was my stop, and bang, threw it in one day. So that was a loss. And you can see it there, first sell trade, loss $30. So now I just left a stop in place so you can see where the stop was, and it's just poked through there, and it's not even, and it's struggling to get through there again. So, we'll see how it pans out. So, well, obviously this thing might go up and possibly get a buy signal, then I'll look for another sell signal. So it's Euro Swiss, no trades on there at the moment. Unflag it. Euro Pound. Just the one buy trade in here, going sideways, already closed half. It's all very tight and a bit messy. Based on hidden bullish divergence, you're a little bit confident, but now the MACD platinum through the 0 level. Yeah, so it's going nowhere fast, but we're in a buy trade and we can't lose overall. Euro Yen in a buy trade down here, good entry. This morning I moved my stop up just below this little lows here. The reason being, new red dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level, and there is possibly, well, there's a double top up here, and you've got your bearish divergence forming. So time to start thinking about no more buy trades when there is divergence, but we're just tightening up the stop, which is good. So make that blue. Euro New Zealand, another one I've got plenty of trades on, one sequence, you can read them all there, break evens, that yellow line. Just get up there, will you? making a few dollars on this pair too. I don't mind trade that, so going all right there, but it's just taking a long time. Euro USD should be pretty good in a buy trade down here. Good entry. A little bit, probably price didn't come back to the MAs. I probably made note of that. Enough for my liking, but it was worked out all right. Going up, broke through this. You can see there's a level here, here, got to here, sort of stalled a little bit and eventually pushed right through, which is great. And now, well, I'm drawing my trend lines in, possibility of bearish divergence forming, and keep in mind if I draw this up and draw it up and draw it up like this, and it becomes no longer valid, I just delete them. But every day I'm sort of just adjusting these lines, so it saves me thinking about it. I'm always looking at what's possibly coming up. So that's the Euro USD. Pound Aussie, this morning there's a new buy signal, which I was in a sell. Yeah, it's in a sell on here, and this buy signal. I took a small loss, $5. I just didn't want to muck around with it. Even though the MACD Platinum's above the zero level, I still think it's in sell mode. However, initially we had regular bullish divergence, then we had hidden bearish divergence, then we got hidden bearish divergence again, and make sure I've got all this right. Yeah, hidden bearish divergence, and now we've got regular bullish divergence. So there's a lot of, I've made notes here. It just makes it harder for decision making. You know, it confuses you or muddies the water a little bit. So I just took the loss on the sell, $5. So that's not much, and I'm in sequence one here. Overall break even for that is not that high. So it's that yellow line there. If we can get up there, I can clear all these trades and we can start afresh, tidy up the chart, get rid of all these lines, etc. It'll be good. So that's the pound, and I did take when I closed that sell trade, I took a fourth buy trade this morning, so that's in there. So just change that to blue. All right, pound CAD. This one I think I'm in trouble. In a sell here, didn't really go anywhere in my favour. Had this little stop resistance level here. I drew. Now I've just extended across. Price came very close to my stop. Notice how I'm not sticking my stop right above these highs. I'm giving it a bit of room. You know, this might prove to be the right thing, you know, because what they say is the banks or the institutions all know where these stops are, so they will target them. And so hopefully, if this now comes down, I'll be happy with that stop placement. You know, but we could talk about pips here. I could be 1 or 2 pips out, and I could have been stopped out, but I'm holding at the moment, but just. So that's the pound CAD sell, and I think the pound Swiss is similar. Went straight against me, then back down to my entry level, now popping back up again. Stops up here in a sell, obviously. And I did make note that it needs to break through that support level down the bottom here, which it hasn't quite yet. I'd probably extend that along a bit just to. I just like to see these lines get broken. Pound yen in a buy here, which is good. So that's a standalone. It's got a stop in place just above the entry level, which is great. Took a sell in here, and that's going nowhere fast. But with the entry level, there's a stop for the sell there. Overall break even for both trades is this yellow line. Because I'm net negative 0.01, as long as price remains below that yellow dashed line, I'm in profit on both trades. And I've made some good money on this pair, so it's good. Pound New Zealand, this is one of my problem pairs. I've got too many trades on, and they're all in basically the same direction. So this is one pair I want to clear sooner than later, but it's taken a long time to do it. So I've got 3 sequences. That's sequence 3 there, sequence 1's over here, sequence 2. And I've already started to make notes here about what I should do. That could change because now it looks like we've got a new. And we got this sell signal here, but because it come to the support level and there was a bit of a tail on there, I just waited for a day just to watch it. And I'm sort of happy I did at the moment because it's now turned around and gone up, bounced off this sort of resistance level. You can see the divergence, like the regular divergence, so it eventually turns, but now the MACD Platinum's getting a long way above the zero level. I just want to get up amongst these trades so I can get some bit creative and maybe pivot one or two of these sequences. So at the moment it's all a bit messy, need to push up. We've made some good profit, over $1,000 on this pair, so it's not horrendous, but it's dragging out. So that's why it's in purple. It's one I'm watching. Pound USD. All right, this is one that's been dragging on for a while, and I probably could have closed it in the last day or two. The big thing with this one is I went in 5 times bigger than my normal position size. So when I said 27 out of 28 pairs are based on 0.02 lot, this one, a few trades are not, hence the big overall profit to date, 21,000. Look, this morning I probably could have closed all these trades, which would have been the smart thing probably to do, and I probably would have taken about a $1,000 to $2,000 hit, which really in the scheme of things is not that big a deal, but I want to try and play it through. I've got an idea what I've got to get to on a certain trade, so in the meantime, sequence 2 is a standalone buy trade, so that's the important one, so that's going well. And these are old trades. Look, these are going back to December, like end of the year, just after Christmas. So they've been in for a long time, and the reason the overall break even's here, but why I haven't closed it yet is because of the overnight interest rate or the swap. You can imagine bigger trades from December. There's going to be big swap. We talk about a few $100s and up to $1,000 in some of those swaps. So I want to clear it. I just have to push up a little bit higher, and we can clear it. But if I cleared it now, it wouldn't be a problem. So that's the pound USD. New Zealand Cad. This was another one. I took a sell in here, and it was based on the regular bearish divergence. Price is a long way above the MAs. Big divergence. Got to this, came down slowly, and then it went against me. Then I've got this buy signal in here. It didn't go to my stop, and you got that long tail on that candle. And I'm thinking, again, maybe the stop's held, so it's come down. I'm thinking I'm not going to close out, and we've got another sell signal in here, which is good, so it sort of confirms the original one. And it went against me. I thought, oh, now it's going for the stop, but now today it's coming back down again, back to my entry level. So it's a little bit messy, but it's just me thinking a little bit, using my experience, I guess. But at the end of the day, I've still got my stop in play. So the stop hasn't been taken out. I put it at a level above, give myself plenty of wiggle room. And it came close, but it didn't. And it's working out all right at the moment. I still think this will come down. And I've made a few pips on this pair. So it's a pair I don't mind trading, even though it doesn't really look like it does much. Sometimes it can give you good results. And that's why it's highlighted in pink at the moment, because it's given me a few conflicting signals, and I'm just using a bit of discretion and a bit of experience, I guess, or a bit of thinking of how the market should move, structure and that, and the divergence and how price should come back towards the MAs. At the end of the day, it can go where it damn well pleases, as we all know, but I like to think I'm a bit smarter sometimes. No, I'm only kidding. Right, what have we got here? New Zealand Swiss. This thing's given me a bit of a pain in the butt. Took a buy. First buy was in here. That's why I just left these grey vertical lines on the chart. Got out of that one at break even. Took a second buy in here. Took a small loss of $11 on that one. And this third grey line is possibly, it's just a warning one where there's been a green dot on the MACD pattern below the zero level, but it hasn't eventuated to a buy signal. So we're just waiting. Now, I should actually get rid of that because now we've got a red dot, so it's not really relevant. So I'll just get rid of that. Now, I'll put another grey line there if I get a red dot on the MACD pattern below the zero level. So nothing happening on the New Zealand Swiss. New Zealand Japanese Yen in a buy, going, that buys it from here And I did get a sell signal here, but my stop at that time was just below. And because the MACD platinum was still below the zero level, I decided to stay in, and it's gone up a little bit higher, hit this resistance level, and closed out half, put my stop in tighter at the moment. And there's a sell signal here. And look, this is one I thought about yesterday, because it is this sort of double top, and I do like my double tops. It is a high risk. The only thing that sort of threw me is the MACD platinum's below the zero level. And generally, if I've got divergence or a double top or double bottom, something like that, you can probably ignore this, well, you can ignore the rule with a divergence, even on double tops, especially if it's close to the zero level. So, you know, I may even still have a look at taking this trade, because I do like these double tops. They seem to work out well on the higher time frames. Yeah, well, the majority of them work out well. They don't all, as we all know, not every double top or triple top or double bottom works, but a lot of them do, and especially on the high time frames. If you go through a historical chart, just look for double tops and double bottoms, you will be surprised. They're a great signal. But in the meantime, in a buy, can't lose. That's the main thing. Let's have a look down here. Get through this New Zealand USD. What I mean, just the one sequence, plenty of trades. I'll bring this over here. Here you can read it. More room over there. In plenty of trades, hedged at the moment. So nothing happening, probably possible bearish divergence setting up, looking for sells. I think this thing's probably, I'm not saying as high as it's going to go, but if you look left, there's another high there. Let's see what we got. I probably should start. Look at that. Yeah, there's more there. So I might start drawing a few blue lines across there. It's certainly a high previous level. That's the New Zealand USD. So, USD Cad. It's another messy one. Sequence one's a pretty big sequence. It's hedged at the moment. This is a pair that does my head in. I'm still negative on it. I don't like it. Actually, I just closed my 12-hour trades on the USD CAD this morning, so I cleared them for a nice overall profit. So at least they've been kind to me on that time frame. At the meantime, we're stuck on this support level, coming down to it. Used to be resistance, become support. And we'll wait and see what happens. Sequence 2 is a standalone sell trade, stop and place, can't lose on that one. Took a while to get down there, but we eventually got some profit on it. USD Swiss Franc, this is my other problem pair, other than the pound New Zealand. This is the other one that's caused me grief. The problem is I'm stuck in multiple sequences and they're all basically in the same direction. Trend's going down, it's a bit hard to see. Sequence 4's good because that's a sell from in here, so that'll give me some profit. I can add to the list, and I could possibly, if I do get a buy signal, then I could start looking at maybe close one of these. If I get a buy signal and take the buy, because there's regular bullish divergence forming there, if I take the buy, I could probably look at closing maybe one or two of these sell trades and pivot at least one or two of these sequences and get back to the buy side. I think we're coming down to a previous look. Yeah, look, I could even draw a line across here. Look at that. And you know, that's what it's. I don't know if it's self-fulfilling or not. You know, these levels, but let's have a look, see if that level's anywhere else. No, not a long time away. But yeah, it's definitely there. So I'll draw some trend lines in there. That in New Zealand. USD Japanese Yen. I'm sort of kicking myself for getting out this sell here. Wasn't going anywhere, I just got out and it dropped away nicely. And this is one of those ones you look in the historical charts and go, yeah, I would have taken that sell, yeah, I would have made that much, but I didn't, because when you're trading the right edge and you see bullish candles and you see this in here, nah, different story. All right, let's move this out. Can I move that out of the way? Pause that for a second. I was trying to. All right, yeah, sorry about that. I just got confused. I just want to quickly go charts of interest. I've got a few pairs and I'm curious about this US dollar and DXY. I think I could trade this, but I'm not sure how to trade it. All right, let's have a look at Bitcoin. This thing is being stuck. That purple line there, this is Bitcoin USD, daily candle. That's the $10,000 level. It's been bouncing around that. Hang on a sec, I'll just... It's a level that's been pretty important for a long time now. And last night, this thing powered through. I'm not hearing too many people talking about Bitcoin because everyone at the moment is talking about gold. That's parabolic gold. We're in new highs here. I think that's the high. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at a monthly chart. It should show us that. Yeah, there's the previous high. So we've just broken through that. And if you look to the right at the price there, what are we getting close to? 2,000. Very close to 2,000. That's got to be a big number. So everyone's talking about in the trading groups, buy gold, it's going to 5,000. As soon as people start talking like that, you know what's going to happen. And you can have a look at that candle that's forming now. We've got resistance, we've got a big number, we've got a parabolic move up, which just means a big move up. I'm not sure that buying would be the smart thing to do, even though the trend's up. Maybe look for pullbacks, but it's been hard. Like maybe if you're looking at my method, definitely in here would have been a nice buy. Maybe these little ones, but no, it's not. In here's probably a better one because prices come back into the MAs. That's what I like. And you could probably stay in that one if you're on the high probability. But yeah, and another thing too, as soon as you start seeing divergence forming, which is still current at the moment, once you see divergence start forming, it's not really a good time to keep on buying because divergence eventually will work out. It just could take some time, that's all. All right, guys, this video has probably gone a bit longer, 37 minutes, longer than I normally go. So sorry about that, but there's a fair bit to talk and we crossed a couple other charts there, etc. Again, here's my notes. And again, the spreadsheets are available to everyone. There's the link to that in the description of the video. And also, anyone that wants to, you're more than welcome to join the private JAGfx Facebook group where we call all these trades. Also, the Telegram groups, channels. And if you do like the video, please hit the subscribe button. If nothing else, hit the like button. And I will chat to you another time. Thanks for watching.